The following recording is proudly presented to you by ProWrestlingOpinion.com. That's PWO, your one and only source for pro wrestling news, reviews, and so much more. Check it out, PWO, Pro Wrestling Opinion. Ba-dum-bum.
Hello everyone, this is Nicholas Jason Lopez of ProWrestlingOpinion.com, your go-to source for pro wrestling news, reviews, and all the like. We just came out with a brand new podcast called Intermission. I pretty much just look at my Facebook newsfeed, comment on pro wrestling stories. There's a lot of memes, there's a lot of emotions. You'll want to check it out. It's only ever 15 minutes, hence the term intermission. And there's already 2 episodes up, so feel free to check it out. Keeping in tradition with Dynamo Pro Wrestling and all Dynamo Pro Wrestling related things, I have the honor and privilege of having their D1 champion, Mike Outlaw, on the other line. It is in fact happening. Want to say hi to our listeners?
How's it going? This is the General of the Bandana Brigade. This is Mike Outlaw, the current D1, the current Dynamo Pro D1 champion.
And if anybody knows anything about Dynamo Pro Wrestling, they'll know that if there has ever been a textbook example of a champion, a fighting champion, it definitely would be you. Do you feel like like you always have a big target on your back? Having that belt for so long.
Yeah, that's with any belt though. Because I'm also a former Dynamo Pro, like 2-time Dynamo Pro heavyweight champion. So that's with any belt. You want to always have a target on your back. You have to be prepared for that, and I think I'm always prepared. That's what comes with being a fighting champion.
Alrighty. And you have a pretty big match, intergender, in fact, with Savanna Stone. I know you two recently went face-to-face. Can you give us a little bit of your thoughts on that encounter? How'd you feel going into it, and how'd you feel coming out of it?
Savanna Stone, there's a lot that I can say about her. Nothing but good things about Savanna Stone. Because Savanna Stone, she's one of the hardest working wrestlers within the St. Louis area right now, and she's a treat. Like, she fights for what she believes in, and she fought for the opportunity for women to face men. So and I was a big supporter of that, and and this match is one of the reasons. Actually, it's the main reason why I was a big supporter of that, because I want to get in the ring with Savanna Stone and see, I want to push Savanna Stone. I want to see how far I just want to see how far I can push Savanna Stone and push her to it. That's all I think.
Awesome. And assuming this match may start a trend, are you keeping an eye out for other women to possibly face?
Well, not just women. I keep my eye out for the entire independent. So it's not just women or men. She didn't stand out because she was a woman. She stood out because she was just as good as anybody else. So I keep my eye out on everybody.
Okay. How would you describe your 2019 so far? I know we're pretty early into it, and does it compare pretty good to your 2018, or you're looking to improve in any way?
From what I got planned so far, 2019 is going to be pretty exciting. I got a few bookings lined up, and I've only done 2 shows so far, but they were pretty fun shows. I wrestled as solo. It was pretty much all over the place, and I wrestled in Minneapolis with Showtime Wrestling for the first time ever. So that's my first time in Minneapolis. So it's starting off pretty good.
Okay. Are there any big obstacles, any big challenges, ahead, afterwards, after this match that you're looking to take on?
I don't really know like the matches that I have. I just know like where I will be. I don't know who I will be in front of. So as of right now, Savanna Stone has 100% of my focus.
Can't get any more detailed than that. So a lot of my listeners are based out of either the East Coast or based out of here in Brooklyn, New York. Can you fill us in a little bit on what it's like being at Dynamo Pro and what wrestling is like, in Central?
Well, being in Dynamo Pro, this is my home base, and I've been here, and I've seen a lot of people come and go. So, you have to be pretty good to stick around at Dynamo Pro. To be honest with you, wrestling isn't too much different, in Central and, throughout the Midwest as it is on the East Coast, because I've worked on the East Coast for a few promotions, and it's not really too much different, it's just different people. And, there's good people here, and there's good people there. You just have to be prepared for whoever you're in. You just have to be good and be confident in yourself when you're in the ring,
Okay. Can you give us a little bit of background info, what it was like for your upbringing into the business?
Well, let's see, I trained at the Dynamo Pro Dojo, and when I first started, I trained under Jake Durden. Jake Durden was around for a while, and then eventually I trained under a guy named Ricky Cruz. And then Ricky Cruz was around for a while, and then I just started, I started getting around and doing like a bunch of seminars and stuff like that. I was able to do seminars with like Ricky Morton. Early on, like Ricky Morton from One Half of the Rock and Roll Express. Let's see, Delirious, Michael Elgin, a bunch of Michael Elgin stuff. Just a bunch of like names here and there, ACH. I can't really think off the top of my head, but like I got a list of like seminars that I've done, and it's a pretty impressive list. But like those are probably the most influential guys that I can think of. But at the beginning of my career, like Jake Durden, Ricky Cruz, Michael Elgin, ACH, Ricky Morton, because he was around for a little while throughout like PGP and stuff.
Nice. What's your favorite thing about the wrestling business? Making friends that can like relate to the love of wrestling that I have. That is absolutely my favorite thing about it. My second favorite thing is traveling, because I love traveling. I love like seeing the different, seeing different areas and trying different foods, like Whataburger. We don't have a Whataburger in St. Louis, but there's plenty of them in the South. In-N-Out Burger, just different places that have different food places. So those are definitely my two favorite things. And I guess like seeing my friend. I guess you can combine one and two together, which comes with like making friends and traveling. Well, like if you go to a show and like you really don't know who's going to be there, but if you've been around for a while, you're going to always know somebody there because I don't know, you've just always been around. And you made a lot of friends that's around the business, so that's always fun. Just like surprise seeing people. Okay, let's go to the opposite side of the spectrum. What's the most difficult thing about the business?
The most difficult thing. Well, it can also be traveling sometimes. I don't know. It can sometimes be traveling, traveling 8 hours, 10 hours, 12, 16 hours. That stuff can, the hours can really put a toll on your body, especially when there's like a lot of people in the car, when there's like 4 or 5 people in one car and you're traveling like 16 hours. That's a whole day almost, and you're just crammed inside of the car. That's probably the worst part about the business, in my opinion.
Yeah, I could imagine. There are some people out there, I can belly stomach for 1 hour. If I was stuck in a car next to them for 15, I may just jump out of the window. I don't know. Going into things, who would you consider some of your influences that kind of shaped you as a wrestler? Growing up, who did you idolize?
Definitely Stone Cold and AJ Styles are like my top two influences. I throw a little bit of Mick Foley in there. I love Foley. Those are definitely my top three.
Okay. I know Foley took a lot of bumps, and I can attest to watching him grow up as a kid. I might have jumped off a few couches and landed on the floor, and it didn't quite go so well. Did you ever try anything like that?
Of course. I mean, they say don't try it at home, but
yeah, everybody tries it at home.
I'll say everybody tries it at home. Yeah, we done a bunch of crazy stuff that we shouldn't have done as kids, but luckily nobody was never severely injured, and I do not advise any kid to do it without being trained and having a parent's signature, of course, to train.
That's a great segue into my next question. What's some advice you would give someone who would want to start out in the business, especially nowadays? Has the business gotten easier to get into, or have there been more obstacles?
I definitely think, because I wasn't around back in the day, but from what I can imagine, I think it's definitely easier to get into because, back in the day, I feel like from what I hear, you have to go through so much and go through so many people to get into the business, whereas now, like, you can just search online and find a wrestling school. So it's definitely easier to get into. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can say. It's definitely easier to get into as of today. And, I would say my advice to anybody that's trying to be a wrestler is to start young, but do not put off school, because school is still important. Do not drop out of school to be a wrestler, or do not hold off college to be a wrestler, because a lot of people start off at like 22. I started at 22, and I thought I was too old to start, but 22 is actually young now that I'm looking back at it. So, you have plenty of time to. You have time to start. Just don't put off like school or stuff like that.
Okay, cool. Do you have a particular favorite match that you watched growing up that you always point to as why you do what you do?
Actually, I do not. I've sat down and I tried to think of like my number one favorite match of all time, and I just can't come up with a favorite match of mine. If you name like a wrestler, I can probably come up with like 2 or 3 favorite matches from that wrestler, but I don't have a number one favorite match of all time.
I'll throw my name into the hat. If I had to choose one, I would go Undertaker, Mankind, King of the Ring '98. Just because if you wanted to show somebody who has just totally not into wrestling, if you showed them that match, it will at least get a big reaction from them. A second one I would do is probably maybe the second main event with HBK and Taker at Mania. Is that had a lot? That was very well done and on the biggest stage of them all. I'd also give an honorary mention to HBK and Cena from a Raw taping in I think it was 2007. They went for more than an hour, which is crazy thinking about it. And the fact that you could go back and watch anything, nowadays, it's all the more better and really makes you appreciate it even more. No?
Right.
Those matches have any effect? Or were you more of an Undertaker guy or Kane?
Me, more so Undertaker than Kane, but of course I've watched both of those. I watched both of them growing up, so I respect them equally, but just Undertaker just because, he's the Undertaker. He was placed on a bigger platform than Kane. No offense to Kane. It's just the Undertaker. I don't know.
least Kane's successful in politics. He's got that.
Yeah.
But I'm sure Undertaker would probably be present if he really put his mind to it.
Yeah. But let's let Kane have his thing. Let's let him have that. Let's not.
Exactly. So we'll start wrapping it up pretty soon. Thank you again for taking the time out to talk to us. Anybody who's interested, feel free to check out Dynamo Pro Wrestling. I'll let the man say it himself. How do you want to describe this match with Savanna Stone? If you had to say one word, what would it be?
That's a good question. One word. I will go with emotional. Because I would say, like I said earlier, Savanna Stone is one of the hardest working people within the St. Louis area. And I don't think I've seen anybody new in the business that's worked hard as Savanna Stone since myself. And that's not to put it's not to pat myself on the back or anything like that. But I was there, from day one when Savanna Stone started. So, it's like a teacher versus student match in a way. And this is just, my way of testing her and seeing that, let's see if Savanna Stone can hang. Let's see if a stone, and let's see, like, when you put the pressure on the stone, what will happen? Will it break? Will it crumble? Or will it turn into a diamond? And if it turns into a diamond, she will have a diamond. She will have the D1 Pro Heavyweight Championship. Not the Heavyweight Championship. The D1 Pro Championship. But I don't plan on letting it happen.
And there's no better way to find out than to check out Dynamo Pro Wrestling. Want to thank you again, Mr. Outlaw. if that's okay calling you that. Want to thank you again for. Just
call me. If you call me Mr. Anything, call me Mr. D1 Champion. Don't call me Mr. Outlaw. That's my dad.
All right, Mr. D1 Champion. We'll roll with that for now. Hopefully.
Okay.
Hopefully, add some more names later this year. I don't know. Maybe I found a mission for you.
Maybe. We'll see.
Well, thank you again for joining us, and good luck to you. Hopefully, that match with Savanna Stone will steal the show, and hopefully you'll get away with the win. And if anybody knows anything about Dynamo Pro, you don't play with Mike Outlaw.
Not at all.
Have yourself a good night, and thank you again.
All right, thank you for having me.